Hey guys, welcome to Generation D.I.Y, where kids share epic creations. My name's Gabrielle, and today I'll be showing you how to make a mini waterfall. What you're gonna need is some toothpicks, scissors, hot glue sticks, some pebbles, some fake plants, a hot glue gun, and a silicone placemat. If you don't have a silicone placemat, you can also use parchment paper. The first thing you need to do is make a small base out of hot glue. You're probably going to need a few glue sticks because you're going to run out as soon as you add a lot of layers. Once you're done adjusting the size, wait for it to dry. Once it's dry, fill up the holes with some hot glue. Once you're done filling up the holes, get a little dab of hot glue, then stick a rock onto it. You can use different kinds of rocks, or you can find some outside. Once you're done putting the rocks onto your base of the hot glue, you can add some more rocks and stack them up to the top. Once you're done stacking them up, get hot glue and place it on the mat, then make a little curve. The point of making that curve with the hot glue is to make the falls over here. Once it's dry, make sure it's the same height. If it's not the same height, you can get the hot glue tip and just melt it over here at the tip to make it the same height as your waterfall. Once it's the same height, get your hot glue gun and attach that curve to the waterfall. After that, what you're gonna do is get another hot glue prepared, then drip some onto the curve that we made. Once you see it get to melt, get the toothpick and start molding it like this. Once you're done getting the shape, it'll probably start going in. So you want to make sure just keep getting the toothpick and keep molding it. Once it's about to dry, get some more hot glue and put it on the bottom just right here. Make some texture, so get the toothpick and start just poking it to make the bottom of the waterfall. Get a few bits of the plants and add a teeny bit of hot glue and place them where you want to put all the plants. Now this is the finished product when you're done. The glue has to be completely dry, then after that you can use different rocks, maybe some different fake plants. Here we go guys, here's the mini waterfalls that we made.
Okay, so has anyone here made ice cream before? Yeah? We need milk. So I went and bought chocolate milk because I was too lazy to buy chocolate flavoring. You put it here. You think this is sweet enough already? No, or should we add more sugar?
More sugar!
Okay, so we're now going to mix it. Why do I need a helmet, you think? If I get it in my face, I might burn my face. We're going to freeze the ice cream. So do we like it soft serve or a bit more hard?
A bit harder.
Okay. Okay, how long did that take? Did anyone take time?
Oh, can I see it?
A few seconds.
A few seconds? No, it's more than that.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
Not now, less than 5 minutes.
oh!
About probably 2. Okay,
Finally!
so what did you see? What was coming out of here a while ago?
Air conditioning.
Air conditioning. There's water. So that's smoke. So there's water vapor all around it, and then when we added the liquid nitrogen, what happened to the air? It got cooled down. You said it's air conditioning around here. So we were cooling down the water vapor, and they condenses and turn into smoke. Okay, so you got the right answer, so you get an ice cream first. So in an ice cream, we use just milk, some sweetener, and some flavoring. In this case, we use chocolate. And then we use liquid nitrogen to freeze it very, very fast. How long did the freezing take place? Less than 2 minutes, right? It was very, very cold. How cold is liquid nitrogen? Minus 196 degrees Celsius. It's very, very cold, and so we can freeze the ice cream very, very fast. So at home, you don't have the liquid nitrogen, of course, but what you can do is just take milk, stir it very, very, very well, and then you can leave it in your freezer for a longer period of time. Make sure that your freezer is less than negative 10 degrees Celsius, because some freezers have higher rating. In that case, your ice cream will not freeze. So the difference is what we did today, it took 2 minutes. For you, you will probably take overnight to freeze your ice cream. This is Dr. Mayrose Salvador. Thank you for watching Gen Learners. And we are from Pueblo Science.
My ice cream! I ate my ice cream.
Hey guys, welcome to Rated PG, Pinoy Generation. Today, we're having a Boodle fight! A Boodle fight is a military practice of eating a meal using your kamay. On the Boodle fight, there is a banana leaf, rice or garlic rice, seafood, vegetables, different types of meat, and more. Gabi, gutom na ako. Ako din. Okay, kain na tayo. Ang sarap. Ang sarap. Yes, masarap. Now you guys can make your own Boodle fight and add your favorite dishes and more. Till next time, bye! Bye! Bye!
Hey guys, thank you for having me here at Get Inspired. My name is Todd, and I'm a bilateral amputee. Does anybody know what a bilateral amputee is? No? Right, so a bilateral amputee is somebody who's lost both of their legs, like mine. I don't have a right leg and I don't have a left leg below my knees. What had happened was, a while ago, I had a bone infection. And in order for me to walk and stand up and do the things I like to do, they needed to amputate my legs. And so with the prosthesis that I have, it allows me to do sports, and I'm actually a member of a Challenge Athlete Foundation athlete. And what I do is I'm a runner as my sport. So I run, and I can run with my prosthesis. So here in Toronto, I run a lot of 5Ks. I actually did my first 5K race 5 months after my amputation. So that's not usual for a lot of amputees. Usually you take a bit of longer time to recover. But because I was such an athlete that I got to do my first race after 5 months of being an amputee. And I've made a goal for myself that I will always run a 5K each month after my amputation. It's a sport that I love, and it's a sport that I wanted to do for a long time because I'd stopped running for a very long time. So when I became an amputee and I can realize that I can run again, I started doing more and more races. And actually last year, I did my very first international race in London. Do you know where London is?
England.
That's right, in England. So that was my very first international race. And I'm looking forward to doing more races this year, doing more 5K races, and actually preparing for a marathon. So as soon as I'm healthy again, I'll be able to do that. And so for my running, I actually can run on both of my prostheses that I wear now, but I also wear a running blade. So what they call a running blade, right? Have you guys seen any one of these before?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I've seen
All
them
right.
in pictures.
So I've got one of those. And then for swimming, because I also enjoy swimming, I changed my foot to one of these. And this allows me to go on the beach, get on the swimming pool without worrying about my feet and slipping, and I can swim with this foot. So here's my running blade, and that's my swimming foot. So do you guys have any questions?
Yeah.
Okay, you go.
My name is Mark. My question is, you might encounter some kids that are afraid because you're a double amputee. How do you react to them? Do you ignore them? Do you walk away, or do you comfort them?
No, I always find a way to educate as much as I can, especially with children, because you guys have such a curious mind. So take that opportunity to inform the person or the child that it's okay to be an amputee, because I can do the same things as much as anybody else can. And when you guys see children who are amputees, include them in the sports that you're doing as well. Make sure you include them in the playground as well, because they're just having fun just like you want to have fun. They may be different, and that's okay. So I use that every opportunity to make sure that I talk to the child and inform them of what it's like to be an amputee. Anyone else? Yes?
How do you take off your shoes?
It's funny. I take off my shoes that's a very good question, actually. I take off my shoes just like you would, except I don't have to bend down to take off my laces. I can take off my leg from below my knee and actually untie my shoe and take off my shoe and then put another shoe on if I need to. All right, yes?
When it was your first time doing a marathon when you were a double amputee, how did it feel like?
You know what? It was the most exhilarating thing ever, because I have not run in over 15 years. I made a promise to myself that I'll do it regardless of how slow I am. I just had to finish it. When I started that race, all I wanted to do was get to the finish line. Whatever it was that I was feeling that day, I just needed to get to the finish line. And when I got there, it's very fulfilling. There's something inside you that sparks and said, yes, I did it. And that's what I want you guys to take away, is also just that drive and that goal to achieve that final goal and say, yes, I did it. And after that feeling, it kind of keeps coming back to you and just says, I want to do the next one now, because I enjoy that feeling a lot. Because it made me really happy to have finished and completed my first 5K and win that medal. So it's a great, exciting feeling, and I want you guys to try to do that and just not run a 5K race, but set up a goal and achieve that goal, and you'll have that feeling also.
I have one more question.
Yeah?
If you weren't a double amputee, what do you see yourself as? Would you see yourself as a lawyer or a doctor?
I actually trained in theater. So I was an actor before I became an amputee, but I've also been into sports. I don't know what that life would be like. However, I've had the great opportunities of performing with the likes of Liz Longa, even. Not so much in theater, but I've sang with her at her concert, actually most recently in Toledo. So if I wasn't an amputee, I would probably be still pursuing theater. I'd probably still be pursuing an acting career, but and I could still do that, and actually I do. I do movies and TV shows now and commercials as an amputee. So nothing was really taken away from me being an amputee, and actually it kind of opened my eyes to a lot more things, and it opened doors for me. It's the way, it's how you see what your new life is. So it's not so much what would have been, it's what I can do with my life now. And so we talk about being adaptive in sports. Like I said, I play sports and I'm a runner. In being adaptive, so we just adapt to the things that we're doing. We just do it differently, but we can experience and we can perform exactly as an abled person would be able to perform.
Did you have many options to choose for prosthetics?
I do. So different people have different needs, obviously, for what they need their prosthesis for. So it could be for daily living, for sports, or for just regular things, you know, going to work and whatnot. So I did. I have a lot of choices with my prosthetic. This is my regular everyday prosthetic, but because I am an active person, I've chosen a very high active prosthetic. So I don't actually need to switch feet, which is the luxury I have for the different activities that I can do. But for this foot that I wear every day, or for the prosthetic that I wear every day, I've chosen a more athletic foot, so I don't have to change feet if I'm going from just walking to jogging. And then, like I said, for swimming, I wear this foot so that I don't have to wear my shoes, and I can just wear this and safely be in the pool or on the beach. And then for more long distance running, I wear this. Just gives me more stability and more stride length, and also just keeps it more comfortable when you're running. You know, you guys may have seen the Special Olympics, they use this as well. So this is meant for more long distance running. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Cool, awesome. Anyone else?
How do you go to different places? Did someone pick you up, use the bus, or do you go on a taxi?
Well, right now, someone gives me a ride wherever I needed to go. But I can take the bus, I can take the streetcar, providing that that they have a blue seat that's available for me. I do need to sit down while I'm on a moving bus. But I can also drive. I just haven't driven yet, but I'm learning to drive with my right leg, just like any normal car. So I can drive any normal car that I'd like. But right now, somebody's driving me around, yes. Yeah.
So my question, a big question I have is, if it's really much harder to walk with the prosthetic legs because of all the pieces that it has.
It's hard to begin with. It's in the very beginning because it's a new sensation and it's a new feeling. They are very heavy. I'll pass this on to you. This is one of the lighter ones, but the legs I'm wearing now is quite heavy. So it's about 7 or 6 pounds on each side of my leg. So that's heavier than a usual leg. But it's something that you get used to. It's something that you work on so that you can carry the legs, and also it supports you in the end. But it is quite heavy to begin with, but you get used to it. And it gets lighter every day because our body gets used to wearing them, right? So what do you guys think?
It's heavy, a
A little bit.
A little heavy?
Are those ones heavier?
These ones are a bit heavier, but like I said, those ones are lighter.
Ooh.
Well, guys, thank you for having me today. I hope you learned a lot from our chat. And what's the big word that you learned today?
Bilateral amputee.
Can we say that with a little bit more excitement?
Bilateral amputee.
Great. All right, well, thank you guys for having me, and we'll see you again.
In today's episode, we discovered new things like turning hot glue into a work of art and how to make ice cream. So the next time you have an ice cream, you can tell your friends how it's made. Oh, and how fun is the Boodle fight and eat with our hands? Try making it at home with your favorite food. And of course, what an eye-opener is it to learn about limb loss through our bilateral amputee. If there's one thing I want you to remember this week, that is inclusion. Include everyone in your games, your conversations, or whatever it is, regardless of their ability or how they look. So, till next time on our epic adventure.